Some people are trying to run away from themselves. But no matter how much you try to run away, you can never escape from yourself. There's no way you can escape from yourself. In other words, I have no life or death. Another shocking idea, right? How can that be? I make the tides of breathing my life and death. So, conventionally speaking, we were born once, a long time ago maybe. I was born in 1947, August the 5th, Tuesday. I remember that because my mother told me. I did not know I was born on that day, but my mother told me it must be true. I cannot prove it, I don't know. And I will die someday, probably a long, long time from now. I hope so, because I want to live a long life. This life is so precious, especially when you know what is right and what is wrong, what is proper and what is not proper, what is good and what is bad. When you're living a good life, you should try to live a long life too. This is true conventionally. Everybody knows that. We have a life and we will die. But this poet is saying, I have no life or death. I make the tides of breathing my life and death. You will understand only when you meditate. When you meditate, you live right in the present moment. And you stop thinking. When you are really mindful, you are not thinking anymore. Because you can only think about the past or the future. You can never think about the present. The present is so short that there's no time to think about it. The moment you think about it, you're already thinking about the past. It is impossible to think about the present. And when you meditate, you pay attention to whatever is happening right in this moment. For example, you pay attention to breathing. First you think that you're breathing in. You think that you know the whole thing, from the beginning to the end. And you breathe out. You know that you feel that you know a big breath, a whole breath. But when you get closer and closer, you'll find that even in this breathing in one process, there are many small bits and pieces of awareness, of processes. So the more mindful you become, the shorter the present becomes. And when you can pay attention to whatever is happening right now, you can see that something arises right now and it's gone. It was not there before, it is not there after that. So the more mindful you become, the more you see that whatever you pay attention to, it arises at that moment and it passes away immediately. Very short. And that is life and death. Life and death is so short. What we ordinarily know as a birthday and a long life and death is an idea that we create in our mind. It's a conventional life and death. But the real life and death, the ultimate life and death is happening every moment. Something is arising and passing away. Right now, right now, right now, right now. It's very short. So, only a meditator knows that death is very near. Most people think that, oh, I'm so healthy, I can live a long, long life. Probably, you can predict that. You go to a life insurance company, they'll ask you how old you are and whether you have any diseases, and they'll calculate. They'll think that this person is going to live a long, long life, therefore will make many profit, much profit. That's how they calculate. But if you are old and you have diseases, they'll think this person is going to die soon. So this is conventional thinking. But even though we are healthy, we don't know when we will die. Maybe by accidents. Many people die every day by accidents. Healthy people die. So the real life and death is happening every moment. Therefore, this verse is also very profound, and only if you are a good meditator and have experienced every phenomenon in this moment, rising and passing away, you will understand what death really means, what life really means too, in the same way. And another verse, because there are many other verses, I think I don't have that much time. I have no divine power. So people want power. Many different kinds of power there. And even meditators, sometimes they want psychic power. But this poet is saying that I have no divine power, no supernatural power. I make honesty my divine power. How beautiful. I like this verse also very much. As you know, those who have read this book, Snow in the Summer, you know that even when I was a young boy, I was very unconventional and very rebellious. I did not believe in any religion. Even when I had to fill the form for the question, your religion, I said, no religion yet. How can I decide what is right and what is wrong? I don't know what to believe. I don't know whether this is true or not. So I lived for many, many years without saying that I'm Buddhist or whatever. But I thought, how can I live as a good human being? Whether I believe in this religion or that religion or not, at least I want to be a good human being, a decent human being. How can I do that? I don't want to be a bad person. I don't want to be an evil person. I want to live a good life with many friends. I want to be happy. How can I live a good life with many friends? How can I be happy? It's a very important question. That's where I begin. That's my beginning point, starting point. So I want to be happy, I want to have many friends, I want to live a good life, I want to be loved, I want to be respected. I want all that. What about you? All of you want that? Yes. How can you get that? If you want to have many friends, how can you get real good friends? By being a good person. At least. By being friendly, by being honest, by being fair and just, by being kind, by being generous, by being friendly, all the good qualities. So, can you have good friends without being honest? Can anybody trust you if you are not honest? If nobody trusts you, can you have real good friends? And if you have no friends, can you be happy? So these are the basic qualities, human qualities that we need, no matter what religion we believe in. Most of you must have heard that honesty is the best policy. But I don't like the word policy, because policy means you are calculative. But anyway, this is true. The best way to have anything you want in life is to get it in an honest way. So when you are honest, even though some people don't believe you, you are not afraid of that. Let them find out. I have nothing to hide. So I feel it that way too. I have many friends since I was very young, and we still meet each other. And some people who don't know much about my childhood ask my friends about me. What kind of a person he was. Well, I like that. Go and ask them. I have nothing to hide. As a human being, I made some mistakes, some minor mistakes. But I did not harm anybody intentionally. I did not deceive people. I did not take advantage of anybody. I can say that. So this gave me a lot of energy, power. So I like this verse very much. I have no divine power. I make honesty my divine power. In Metta Sutta, all of you know Metta Sutta, Buddha talk about the qualities of a meditator. And one of the qualities is, in Pali, Ujucha, Su Ujucha. You know that? Thank you very much. It means to be straight. Uju means straight, not crooked. And Su Uju means very straight. The same word, but with more emphasis. So why? Why did Buddha emphasize that? Sometimes we are honest with other people, but we are dishonest with ourselves too. Sometimes it can happen. So self-deception is very dangerous, and it's very hard to overcome. Conventionally, in our dealings with other people, we can be very honest. But deception is very subtle. You will really find out about deception when you pay real attention to your thoughts and feelings. If you are not aware of your thoughts and feelings, your mind will deceive yourself. It will deceive you. So as a meditator, we should never deceive anybody, our teacher or our friends with whom we are meditating together. And also, we should never deceive ourselves. Because if we deceive anybody, including ourselves, we cannot make real progress in meditation. It is a big hindrance. Dishonesty or deception is a big hindrance. So when you really pay attention to your mind and see how the mind works, what you are thinking and feeling, when you are greedy, you know that I'm greedy. No justification. Just plain truth, I'm greedy. When you are angry, you look at your mind, I'm angry, I'm upset. No justification, why or this or that. Just plain truth. So if you can wash your mind and see it as it is, without trying to justify it, then you make real progress in your meditation practice. And that leads to liberation. Some people are really afraid of finding out who they really are. And when I talk about mindfulness meditation and mindfulness of thoughts and feelings and emotions, one of my friends told me that when I really wash my mind, all I see is how bad I am. And it was very painful, he said. He said, I don't want to do that. Because every time I sit and meditate and wash my mind, I see all these bad thoughts coming in my mind. I'm so bad. He said, I feel so bad about myself. I feel so unhappy. I want to stop meditating. So some people are trying to run away from themselves. But no matter how much you try to run away, you can never escape from yourself. There's no way you can escape from yourself. So no matter what you are thinking or feeling, no matter how bad your thoughts or feelings may be, just face the truth with honesty and courage. It needs a lot of courage to really look at yourself and see that this is me. Go and look in the mirror and say, this is me. Once we have really seen the truth about ourselves and face it and accept it, then we can learn from it and go over it. This is the only way. To overcome anything, first we must see it clearly. We must pay full attention, because attention itself is purifying. This is one function of attention, and very powerful. You know, Buddha said not to do evil, to do all the good. and to purify your mind. This is the teachings of the Buddhas. How do you purify your mind? By paying attention. And in the beginning, when you really pay attention, you see impurities. Naturally, there are impurities. But when you really pay attention and accept it, then it is easier for you to overcome it. No resistance, no control, no justification, no blaming, no judging. So when you meditate, don't resist, don't try to control, don't blame, don't judge. Just see and admit what is. That is very powerful, and that is honesty.